are, another episode of Sloth and his beer bag, or food bag, on his beer hang. And he can't quite get it. But anyway, it's entertaining at 7 AM in the morning. Hi Sloth.
Hi.
"7:45 and we're on the road. We slept in a campground right beside the road last night, which is a bit weird occasionally because when cars went by late at night, it felt like they were just driving past the tent. Got my buff over my ears this morning. It's brisk, very brisk. We've just been discussing options in terms of how far we're going to go today. They all involve Roan Mountain, which is a large mountain. We either go over it late this afternoon or we go over it tomorrow morning. So the one option is about 21 miles, 21 and a bit. The other option is 23 and a bit. Whatever we do today, we don't have to do tomorrow. But we've got a a dry bed, and a hot meal hopefully for tomorrow night. So it's a beautiful day. Hopefully North Carolina, or is it Tennessee? Could be Tennessee. Tennessee thunder showers don't hit us again this afternoon because, yeah, our tents are all a bit wet. But we've dried them out as much as we could and had some hot tea and foraged in our food bags and found various delights. And we'll come to charge later on. At the moment, Charge and Sloth are charging up the path. Hello, Charge.
Hey Flash.
I was going to say good morning, but it's actually something like 12:30.
It is, and we've done 10.5 miles this morning, just over
4 hours and 15 minutes, I think it is, that we did it in. So travelling very, very well. We've gone up 3 mountains. We've got 2 more big mountains to go over, and then one of the biggest mountains. We'll see how far we get there and find some water or camp. And it's a nice day. Hopefully we don't get the thunderstorms like we had yesterday afternoon and last night. But today's a good day and we get to do this.
And talk to me about what's going on with your shoe.
The sole, or the heel sole, has come off.
That's not ideal.
No. So we're in Damascus and hopefully the Friday night or Saturday. Today's Sunday here, and hopefully I can get a new pair of shoes in the meantime. Just suck up the suck.
Did we talk about the fright you got yesterday afternoon?
No, we haven't.
So what was going on there? I'm walking along behind you,
And
the
I
next
kind of
minute...
jumped 6 feet high and about 10 feet back because there was a massive snake on the trail, which I just did not see. And luckily it shot off. Man, did it move fast. I got no idea what it was, but it was fat and quite long, and it took off real quick.
And your heart was beating at a rapid rate for quite a while afterwards.
I knew I was alive.
Yeah. Right. Well, we've got 10 miles down.
Yep.
10 to go.
Yeah. I think it's either 9 or about 11. We'll go past all the shelters, so we'll just try to find where a good water source is and then a nice camp spot. Here's nice, but we've still got another 10 miles to do that.
Yeah, right.
So,
and they won't walk themselves.
Yeah, today's day 5 since our last 0 day. And if you look at tomorrow, we get into a little township, Roan Mountain. After we go over Roan Mountain, and that'll mean that I think we worked it out, was it 125 miles in 6 days? So we're doing it, and it's not easy. We've gone over some big mountains.
And we're thinking maybe we were going to zero on Roan Mountain, but we're thinking maybe we might just do a few miles on our day off, just to keep moving and just keep the number ticking along.
Yeah, we were going to have a 0, but we'll see where the hostel we're staying at will actually take us 10 miles up track, and we'll just walk back to the hostel.
Yeah.
And then the next day drop us off where we started and continue north to Damascus.
We've got some good stuff happening in Damascus, but we'll talk about that later.
Too right.
Was it further to the water than you thought?
That big.
Yeah.
Plastic.
Just
Gushing out.
oh,
And it is ice cold mountain water.
oh, beautiful.
Thank you, Charge.
That's all right. You did it yesterday.
It's 2:15 and we've done about 14 and a half miles. We had a range of options today. One was to set up camp at about the 21, 22 mile mark. We did consider possibly Roan Mountain shelter. But I'll tell you what's happening at the moment. And I just need to duck under a tree. Ooh, hang on. There's thunderstorms. Thunderstorms rolling around in the sky some distance away. And there is the forecast for rain, so we have been rained on a lot. Probably too much recently. Things are a bit damp. We've decided that we're going to head up to the shelter and assess the situation. That's the next shelter. The next shelter is not really an option for us in that it would leave us with a 28-mile day tomorrow, which would be tricky. So I don't know, maybe if there's some thunderstorms coming, we can wait them out, dry in the shelter, and then walk out a few miles later. I'm not sure, but we'll have to wait and see. So recently, I've been noticing these pop up at Tennessee shelters. So no privy, but a large shovel. So, that should do it. Not. Popped into the shelter to see how big it was, if there was space for us. But also just to pull up the weather map. And there was a lady there who had the rain radar up, and we could see the thunder, the storm cell is some distance from us and moving in a different direction. Also, there was just enough room for us, but there was an older fella called Cactus coming up the trail, planning to stay there, and there wouldn't be enough room for him. So we're just moving on. There was a guy there also who has been picking the, what kind of mushrooms?
Chicken mushroom.
Chicken mushrooms up off the trail. He fries them up in a bit of coconut oil, puts a bit of tuna in them, so he's foraging as he walks. That's kind of cool. The other piece of key information that Sloth has gathered, because it's all about the intel here, is that there is a scout troop staying in the shelter on the top of Roan Mountain. So that is a hard no from us. We're going to go 2 miles, or we're going to go 6.7 miles. One or t'other, but we're going to tent and hopefully stay dry and look forward to a comfy bed in the morning. So Sloth, how does it look for the next couple of miles to the campground?
Well, per usual, we are going to end the day by going uphill and uphill and uphill some more.
Yeah.
We've got 3 miles ahead, 1,500 feet of ascent, so should be interesting, but good climb up.
We're going to earn our dinner.
Oh yes, we are.
Oh yes, we
Earn
are.
every calorie.
Absolutely. Okay, we're grinding up what's this mountain called?
Roan.
The Roan Mountain. There's some water here. Do you need water, Sloth?
Yes.
It's downhill. So we've made it to Ash Gap. We've been out here for just over 10 hours. We've done 22.5 miles, which brings us to over 100 miles in the last 5 days. So we've been moving. We're part of the way up Roan Mountain, but rather than continue up and over, we're going to, can you feel rain? Yeah, we're going to sleep in this campsite here, which looks really, 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 really good. And here he comes. They're ready. Yay! Of course it started to rain as soon as we arrived at the campsite, so we've thrown our tents up. It seems to have settled down a bit. There is a bit of booming and banging and light of thunder in the background, but fingers crossed it's not coming our way. We're now going on the long trek for water. Apparently it's a bit of a walk, but once you've set up your campground, nothing happens until you have found water. Okay, it's those blue blazes. That's what we're looking for. Apparently after walking 100 miles in the last 5 days, we've got to go down a steep slope to get our water and then walk back up a steep slope, which is not ideal. What you got, Charge?
I've got a waffle biscuit.
We've got pretty meagre offerings for breakfast this morning, haven't we?
Yeah, not much food at all.
I've got a Cliff Bar and peanut butter.
You're lucky.
What's in your... Is there not a second waffle in your hand?
I'm not telling.
Are you not telling? Is that not delicious?
I make funny pictures.
But what are you going to have for breakfast tomorrow morning? It's a breakfast buffet. Good morning, Charge.
Hello, Flash.
How are you this morning?
Oh, a little bit weary.
Yeah.
I've done over 100 miles in 5 days. Today's another 19. So I think we worked out 123 miles in 6 days.
That's a lot.
Yeah, but tonight, hamburger,
Yeah.
beers,
Yeah.
a comfy bed, flushing toilet.
Hot water.
Hot bath. Oh, it's going to be nice.
It's been really nice.
And restock some food. We're getting a little bit light, very light, but we've got enough to get us through today.
You've got M&Ms for lunch. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
A Snickers bar for morning tea?
Yeah, no problem at all. So we've got some big climbs today. We've got to climb up to the top of Roan Mountain. It's 1.3 miles straight up.
We did 3 miles of that yesterday, didn't we?
Yeah. Scary. And then we're roller coasting, and right at the end of the day we've got a big climb up, and then we go down.
I'll be taking Advil at that point to stop my knees. Several Advil. Good morning, Sloth. Hey, guns out. Hey, how come I'm wearing all of my clothes and you've got no sleeves on? Are you not freezing?
Nah, not in this weather. I got maple syrup in these veins.
Woo!
It ain't cold yet.
Okay, so let's go up that hill.
2 miles up, Roan Mountain, then Little Hump, then Hump, and I've been told that Hump is the worst. It's the hardest climb, it's the steepest out of all of them, and it's the last one we gotta do.
Yay!
But then it's all downhill from there.
And it's burgers and beer, remember that.
Burgers and beers.
7 a.m. and we're on trail. It's a bit misty and cold, so I've got my raincoat on and my buff over my ears. I slept like a baby last night. I just passed out. I was a bit tired yesterday. These miles are a bit exhausting. As both men have said, today has got its ups and downs, literally, but we'll smash them out, and then we've got comfort waiting for us at the other end. Weather, not sure. It's misty and cool, so hopefully we'll see some sunshine. We may or may not see a view at the top of Roan Mountain because it's all clouded up, but there'll be views somewhere. Spooky. We need to buy Charge some new shorts. Those ones are going to fall off. Oh, so looks like we're out of.
All just pure soap.
It's
Don't
ju-
go the way I did.
Is it just wet?
Go that way, but don't stand on that log. Yeah.
Okay.
This is just pure.
It's still there?
It's a pond.
No, it's still there.
Yep.
Roan Mountain, done. Now it's time for the humps, etc., etc. Where's the trail?
Where's the bacon, egg, and cheese biscuits waiting here for me? Come on.
Okay, we went on a slight diversion. We just came slightly down the wrong way.
No, it's not we. Our leader today is Sloth.
He do what you told him to do.
I did not. He's actually making all that up. He got us lost for the first time in 381 miles.
Not true.
Not
I'm
true.
Lost. I knew exactly where to go.
We'll debate that over a beer later. We are at Carver's Gap, elevation 5512 feet. And we're going up there. There's a lot of up in our day, I do believe. But as Sloth said, there is food at the end. Hot food. Oh, that's a photo. So this is what we're doing today. We went from Ash Gap. We're currently at Carver's Gap. We're going up and down, down to there. I know.
To your right, Richard.
To my right. I know, look at that. That mist is travelling at speed.
6,300 feet we were.
In the clouds.
We were in the clouds. Right, let's do it. So by the look of the map, we're going to be at elevation for most of the day. These are balds. These are exposed balds, and you don't want to be out there in thunder and lightning. I don't think there's any thunder and lightning that's forecast for today, but I'm not sure we're going to get the beautiful views that we may have been hoping for, because it's all closed in at the moment. It's not views that we're obsessed with at the moment. It's getting to our destination and having a rest. There's a little bit of blue sky that's starting to pop out, and we've even seen the outline of the sun through the mist, but happily there is a depiction up here of what we should be seeing. So the charge has gone to one side. This is round bald, and in fact that is the view that we should be getting into North Carolina, the round bald, but unfortunately not today. Maybe I was a little bit optimistic about the weather. Charge, you have something you want to say?
Yeah, Flash. This is for our viewers and for Sloth's mum and dad. There's the white blaze. We're following it. Obviously, it's N for north. White blaze north. How do you get lost?
Well, we've only got lost twice so far this morning.
Yeah, and Sloth's leading us, but yeah, it's pretty simple, isn't it? I'm just going to leave it there.
Okay. Thank you, Charge. Jane Bald. And it's still looking like this. Terrain is a little bit boggy, so having to hop around a bit of mud. But it's looking as if the sun is coming out, and maybe the misty cloud is going to burn off, and we might get to enjoy this really beautiful part of the trail, which is lush and green and apparently has some beautiful views. We haven't got anywhere near the big balds, so the humps yet, but we're clocking along nicely. We've been going for 3.5 hours. We've done 7.5 miles, so we are moving. We're moving steadily. Starting to get some views, but also starting to climb really steeply. You can hear me puffing. Ooh.
So here we have Flash popping out of the trees. There she is. Hey Flash!
Hello. We're getting some views now.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I'm halfway up Little Hump, and finally there's a break in the clouds. It's the view. Looking outstanding. Oh, dark clouds in front.
Oh look, I found him standing on top of Little Hump, Small Hump, or whatever this place is called. Taking some deep breaths. It's got sunny, it's opened up, and we've got mountains all around us. Just puffed my way up Little Hump to see, oh my, big hump in front of me. So the stories are true. Big Hump's much bigger than Little Hump. It's funny coming off all these exposed balls into these kind of pockets of enchanted forest. It's all green and lush, and there's mossy logs and there's flowers. We're just missing fairies, really. I've got plenty of water, Joe. Do you need to grab some more water? We also got creeks and brooks that give us water. We're eyeing up Big Hump at the moment. Joe was talking to some people on the way up Little Hump, and they told him that there are flying squirrels around here somewhere. This is a protected land where of the flying squirrels, so how cool would that be to see? It's kind of obvious as we come down this path here, and I'll just come down a little bit further. We've come out of the enchanted forest, and I'm looking, and you know, nothing ever looks big on my phone, but that there with the path all the way up it is Big Hump, and I've got to tell you that it is enormous. Oh well, I better chase Charge, because he is, as ever, charging. Must have been the M&Ms we had for morning tea. That'll be it. Just drop off. And then I'm carrying on all the way up there. Whew. One hell of a climb. I see Charge has got his camera on, but here he is. Look like we're not the only people up here. Oh. Hump Mountain elevation 5587. That was good. So having scaled that rather large hump, we're coming up for 13 miles and we've got about 5 and a bit to go. Sloth's just been getting intel from another hiker down the trail who's arrived in the township that we are going to be staying in, and there are severe rain and thunderstorm warnings for after 3 o'clock. So rather than hang around and get lunch, we are going to just keep walking and smash out the next 5 or so miles so that we are somewhere dry and certainly away from any high exposed balls when that weather hit. We've had a lot of thundery, stormy weather. You would have seen that again. It thundered and stormed last night. So if there's a forecast for a storm, I'm pretty confident that it's going to happen. What do you got? What do you got, Charge?
Appalachian Trail, leaving North Carolina.
So where are we in? What?
Tennessee.
So we're in
The
Tennessee.
home of Jack Daniels.
So officially we're leaving North Carolina.
Correct.
And so we're only going to be in Tennessee. We've been in and out of Tennessee for ages, but...
Yeah, NC, TN, NC, TN.
But so we're officially in Tennessee and then quickly we'll be in Virginia.
More importantly,
What?
officially we're in the home of Jack Daniels.
That is very important. We've been walking down for hours, well, maybe a couple of hours, and I think we're just over maybe 1 and a bit miles away, but it has been an endless and ceaseless clamber down a whole bunch of rocks, and now we're walking down this path towards Roan Mountain and towards the bed and breakfast that we're staying at. The forecast rain hasn't arrived yet, so that's good, but yeah, we're tired. It's nearly 120 miles. Well, we've already done 120 miles, even with the last few miles that we need to do today, in 6 days, and our bodies are pretty exhausted. So tomorrow the plan is a well-deserved rest, and I can't wait. I don't manage to grab it on video, but both Sloth and Charge just broke into a jog down the trail because we can hear cars. We are simply a matter of point-something miles from our destination, and after 120 plus miles in the last 6 days, we are hungry, we're tired, and we're really thirsty. So a cold beer in the sunshine is the current plan, and then a big wash, all the laundry, a monster sleep. I can't wait. Holy moly. And there we have it. Mountain Harbour bed and breakfast. That's where we're heading. And crossing that road was one of the more dangerous things I've done since we started hiking. Down the trail. So happy to be here. Have I said that before? Yeah, I have. But we are right. General store. That might be where we go first.
Treasure